think we're rolling. All right. Should I wear these? I don't know. Okay. Ooh, wait, the light here is like way cool. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey guys, okay, this is so exciting and so kind of out of my comfort zone, but I'm here in the comfort of my own bed because I'm trying to make this feel a little normal, even though it's very weird, to announce something very exciting. And I kind of have a pet peeve about when people say something's exciting, because it's like, if everything's exciting, nothing's exciting. But this actually is. So I have been helping Ian with the Cinema Q podcast for a while. We are still going to be doing it, but I wanted to also share some of my own thoughts, and I realized I kind of have a lot to say about random things and thought it'd be really fun to have an outlet channel just to do that, to talk about random stuff, random cracks of our life, random things that go on. I'm saying random way too much. Okay, so if you've been following along for a little bit of time, you have probably noticed that Ian and I are doing the Cinema Q podcast pretty inconsistently. We had the initial idea to do this podcast a long time ago, and then poop started hitting the fan. And so while we were trying to do it, we were like, you know what, we need to prioritize our paid clients and our mental health before we can add in this fun podcast. So we still have lots of ideas, lots of episodes that we want to do and continue to bring to you guys in the future. But in the meantime, I was like, hey, I'm kind of in my off season right now, and I'm finding that I have quite a lot to say about random stuff that goes on, or just finding myself every time we're seeing friends or posting online, having a lot of stories that have just happened to us and things that I'm like, you know what, this would be really fun to kind of just share in a different sort of platform. So that is where this special announcement comes in. So let's dive in. Basically, I am super excited to announce that I'm doing my own podcast. Dun, dun, dun. It'll be right here. You don't have to go far to listen to it. And I figured, of course, I should start that off with a video so that you can see me explaining that. I don't know if I'll be doing video every single time. So to make sure that you don't miss any of it, head to the India and Stuff podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your shows. But I'll also be doing a couple fun episodes, vloggy type stuff, and just some episodes here with video right here on YouTube. So you don't have to go far to catch the highlighted content, but if you want all the episodes, make sure you're following India and Stuff wherever you get your podcasts. Now I'm sure you're wondering, okay, what the heck, why have this? What's it going to be about? Tell us more. I'm so glad you asked. So the India and Stuff podcast is for behind the scenes, the in-betweens, and all the other stuff. You've probably noticed, if you followed us for any amount of time, that we have a lot of creative ideas and end up getting involved in multiple different creative outlets. We're on set with brands, we're making movies, we're always trying to monetize a hobby. Anyone else struggle with that? On top of just having a lot of interests in the creative world, for example, I love thrifting, I love thrifted fashion, sustainable fashion, and just kind of styling in general. I'm sure my gorgeous sweatshirt and joggers don't really tell you that I'm into fashion right now, but it's stuff that I'm really interested in, and I love exploring that world and helping people find personal style or find ways to add more sustainable shopping methods into their everyday. I also love DIYs, home decor, and just making spaces feel comfortable and cozy and a little bit more like heaven. Also, if you guys are new to this channel, you might not know this, but Ian and I are believers. We're Jesus people. And so our faith plays a huge role in our life and a lot of what we talk about in private conversations. So this podcast is going to be a great opportunity to kind of get to know more of me specifically, but also the things that I'm interested in and kind of my opinions on different things and what I believe. So I'll have some fun guests. I don't know how often I'll have a guest on the show. I'm just kind of trying this thing out, but I figured, what the heck, it's 2024. I've thought about doing something like this for a long time. It's time to just like screw the haters, and who cares what anyone has to say if they think it's stupid or silly. I just thought it'd be fun to try. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really cool kind of space, and I hope that, I don't know, I hope you're just here for the ride. Oh, if you've ever wanted to get to know me and Ian, or just some of the things that I'm personally passionate about a little bit more intimately, India and Stuff will be your new place to do just that. It's so weird. I can't believe it. Also, I'm not wearing makeup, but I think yesterday's mascara, is somewhere in my eye. Anyway. Something that has been putting this off for me for a really long time is thinking that if I did a solo podcast, I literally wouldn't know what to say. Like, I genuinely am like, but what would I say? And I think I still kind of feel a little bit of those feelings, but I'm also finding myself having internal dialogue all the time with me, or driving a car and just like I talk out loud, like I process externally all the time, even if I'm the only person around. So maybe I'm crazy, or maybe I'm just an amazing YouTuber. Like, who knows? Untapped potential is right here. So we're gonna try things out. And if you're like, hey, I love it when you talk with yourself, that's so fun. Amazing. Give me that feedback so I know. Or if you're like, India, you're kind of going insane. Maybe you should have a guest on your show so you're not just like talking to a camera. Let me know that as well. But a few weeks ago, I had a creative retreat with some of our friends, and I just sat down next to a fire and started writing out all these podcast ideas, all these different things that were on my heart to talk about. And just little interview ideas and kind of themes that were coming up over and over that I'm like, maybe there's something to share, or maybe there's a feeling here that someone else is feeling. And I don't know, I guess I'm just a person that wants to like make us all feel a little less alone. So if you stick around, maybe you'll find that we've got some things in common, or some of the things that you've been thinking or feeling are also expressed by other people who are in this community. So all that being said, right now I am aiming for 1 episode a week. You can find it every Tuesday on the places where you watch. No, that's not right. On the places where you listen. Excuse me, I just burped. So right now I'm trying not to overcommit, but I am going to try to do 1 episode a week. I'm going to aim for Tuesdays, so it's early in the week, so that if you've got something going on, you can kind of plan on listening. I don't know about anyone else, but I have become a huge fan of podcasting while I grocery shop. I love putting on, my friend has a podcast, Really Pretty Good, with Julie Texan, and my other friends, Ash and Jen, have a podcast called Let's Debrief. I love putting on my AirPods and just walking around Trader Joe's. I tend to buy way more snacks than I need to, but it's genuinely like a new form of self-care for me. So if that is something that you think would be helpful for you, I hope this is an easy listen kind of podcast. I'll probably get into some deep stuff once in a while because I'm a whole human. I have lots of thoughts. And I think we're all whole humans. People are probably like, why are we always just talking about like makeup? We're going to get a little deep, but we'll also try to make this really just like a fun listen to kind of ease out of some of the big stuff going on all the time in life and slip into some fun girly chat kind of podcast. So hopefully this is something that is nourishing to your souls and a fun listen that makes you feel, I don't know, just kind of like challenged in your thoughts, but also a little more at peace with life and adulthood, because it's kind of scary. Okay, so I think that's it for now. If you are not following my Instagram, India and Stuff, that would be a great place to connect with me further. I still love Instagram. I love responding to DMs and just kind of catching up with people there. I love sending a good voice memo too. So if you've got a specific question, shoot me a DM on Instagram, India and Stuff, and we can kind of connect further. And then obviously I'll be posting some stuff here on YouTube and where you get your podcast shows, wherever you listen. So let me know what you're excited to hear about below. Let me know if you've got a podcast idea or a theme you want me to talk about, or just any questions for me. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, before we wrap up, I have to introduce you guys to my Squishmallows. All right, so I am acting like a complete child because I am one. This is a fun story from my first intro episode. So the other day, and by the other day I mean literally last Friday, Ian and I were kind of feeling some kind of way. We had a pretty rough week. We had a lot of stuff go on personally, and we were just kind of feeling all in our feels. So I was like on Amazon, and a Gryffindor Squishmallow popped up. And I was like, that's really cute. What if we became like the adults that get like stuffies for ourselves? That's not weird at all. And then I clicked on it, and it was only 8 inches. Like, for a Squishmallow, that's not enough inches. You need some squish. So eventually I found this, which looks exactly like our cat Noom. And I was like, babe, what if I got the Squishmallow? It's an off-brand Squishmallow, by the way, but I'm just gonna call it one. It's fine. And he was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. You totally should. That's so silly. Should I get one? And I'm like, of course. You're a 31-year-old man. Of course you need a stuffy. So then he found this one. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? I think it's supposed to be an octopus, but it kind of looks like a dim sum, like a dumpling. So we named it Soup, and this is Mooney. And I feel like a child again in the best way. I think I'm healing my inner child by getting these Squishmallows for us. They're so cute. So anyway, I went to check out on Amazon, and the best part is I had cash back points. So we didn't even have to spend any real money. It was all just cash back points, which is just silly gooseness. That was definitely one of our better impulse purchases on a Friday night. We just bought ourselves some stuffies on the internet. I feel like as an adult, most people think that adults like go out, get hammered, like hook up, maybe make some impulse purchases, get a tattoo. No, we were literally laying in bed on Amazon and sober as a bee and getting our Squishmallows on. So anyway, had to introduce you guys to these little creatures. Okay, once again, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening to my little announcement. I hope to see you guys here next Tuesday and for all the Tuesdays going forward. This has been the very first edition of India and Stuff, and can't wait to share all of the other stuff. Okay, I gotta figure out a cute little outro or something. That's all. Okay, bye.